Facebook friends, Marianne here. I just want to take a moment today to comment on something that Senator Eric Schmit of Missouri put out there. And I have a much longer commentary that I've been wanting to share with everybody, but just to get some context, I want you to see this beautiful park behind me. It's absolutely gorgeous. For those who don't know Dallas, this is Fort Rock Lake. Just a beautiful, beautiful place. And today I've seen every kind of person you can imagine out here today. I've seen a monk. I've seen some, pretty sexy women going by on their bikes. I've seen, every race. I've seen elderly people. I've seen fathers pushing their daughters in strollers. I've seen fathers with their sons going on bikes, like sons like a mini-me. I've seen every kind of person living their life to the best. And the most extraordinary thing is that they're all out here just enjoying this beautiful land, this beautiful time, this piece of America. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because Senator Eric Schmit said that if America is for everybody, then it's for nobody. And I wanted to not let this day go by without making a comment on that.
Are the sons and daughters of the Christian pilgrims that poured out from Europe's shores to baptize a new world in their ancient faith. America, in all its glory, is their gift to us, handed down across the generations. It belongs to us. It's our birthright. It's our heritage, our destiny. If America is everything and everyone, then it is nothing and no one at all. We've funneled in millions of foreign nationals to take the jobs, salaries, and futures that should belong to our own children.
My word. Just straight up saying all the quiet parts out loud. As the Associated Press writes, the conference, quote, underscored the movement's vision of an America rooted in limited immigration, Christian identity, and the preservation of what speakers called the nation's traditional culture, end quote. According to Senator Schmit, and I remind you, this is a United States senator, America is a country by and for Christian Europeans. He decries immigration, though he conveniently enough leaves space for the 19th century German immigrants from whom he is descended. But he excludes non-white immigrants, both those who came here of their own accord and those who did not, like enslaved Americans, the ones whose labor literally built this country. As for Native Americans, he seemed to argue that the violence of colonization and pushing Native people out wasn't too bad because tribes also would go to war with each other. In a particularly chilling moment, Senator Schmit made this declaration, quote, but America does not belong to them. It belongs to us. It is our home. It is a heritage entrusted to us by our ancestors. It is a way of life that is ours and only ours. And if we disappear, then America, too, will cease to exist, end quote. If we disappear. I cannot stress this point enough. This is not some random podcaster at a fringe conference. This is a sitting United States senator peddling unabashedly and unmistakably white supremacist language and ideology right out in the open.
Actually, what you're arguing there is you're saying that unless there's a privileged mass, then there's no America. And in reality, if America is for everybody, then there is an America. It's just not an America in which your demographic is a privileged few. And we are fighting right now in our country over what the vision of our country is. But being out here, I have seen every race, every kind of walk of life, people mingling, people enjoying the space. Some who decide to stick with people that are their own race are doing that. Some that are mingling with different types of people are doing that. Some that are just enjoying their personal time. Obviously, it's whether they're running or they're meditating. It's a shared space, a shared America. And what makes it beautiful is because everybody loves it, they contribute to making this park a special place. They contribute to allowing a space where you have people enjoying just a moment under a tree, where they have crew teams out there on the water. Maybe you have totally different personalities that would want to do each of those things. Maybe you're not somebody that wants to go, swirling by on a bike, but we all have space here to exercise our own way, enjoy this park our own way, and everybody works hard to make sure there's less litter here. We have people that adopt the whole space, and you see signs out here that are saying Giving Day. That's a thing in Texas where people may have a day in which they all give to their nonprofit of choice. Point is, this is a collaborative space. This is a collaborative way of life. And it's better because everybody here is contributing to the whole, keeping it clean, paying our taxes to keep it mowed, doing everything that we can to just have something beautiful that we share. And the demographics that come together to do this and achieve this are every race known to man. So what is America if it's for everybody? It's this. It's this beautiful space. It's this beautiful shared opportunity to live our lives to the fullest. And if it were only done by a handful of privileged, first of all, we wouldn't be able to afford to keep it this way. Second of all, it would be a much lesser space. It would be a much lesser space for not, enjoying the different ambiance that everybody contributes. And a lot of the wildlife here has been brought through centuries because different Native Americans came through Dallas. Long before white man ever came, you had different tribes bringing different seeds, some from the north, some from the south, and it's created this. Human beings have been mixed and mingling and exchanging culture long before white man came. And when they came to Dallas, Texas, the first white men signed up for trade. That's how the first interaction happened here. And here in Texas, and I'm talking about Dallas, I said not all Texas, but this is an example of what America can be. And wouldn't it be better if we all strive for quality of life for everybody? And yeah, maybe that means some people at the top have a little less privileges. But as I was sharing with my friend Bill Shireman last night and his wife, in some ways, if you're a billionaire, it's kind of a failing. If you look at Dolly Parton, she could be a billionaire, except that she gives so much back into the community. All of us can aspire to have a quality of life where we get to enjoy this. Maybe not all of us can have a fleet of 30 planes. Maybe not all of us want to live the same quality of life in terms of what somebody perceives as having a mega mansion located in 5 different countries. Maybe somebody just wants to have a home that call their patch of earth, feel safe. But maybe we all just want to have places where different people can enjoy doing different activities. Someone on his skateboard. Well, I said earlier, someone doing crew. We don't have to be the same. We don't have to be homogenized, and thank God we're not. But when you have a space where you can have elders who can enjoy a park, and you have youth who are going by and, playing ball, that's variety. That's diversity, and we're better for it. And if you're saying that if America's for everybody, that it's for nobody, you're absolutely wrong, Senator Schmit. When America's for everybody, America's more powerful, more creative, more dynamic, and has more potential. Now, from a business mind, casting your net wider, you're going to catch more fish. We bring in this wonderful diversity that makes our community what it is, allows parks like this and what this symbolizes, and you take that kind of idealism and you take it around the rest of the world, that collaborative attitude, we could uplift so much. We have the means and the access to technologies and resources to end world hunger. In our own country, we could tackle homelessness with just almost 1/100th of the military budget, probably 1/500th of the military budget. There's so much that we could do. But you create a Department of War, you galvanize people's hatred against whole demographics, you create xenophobia on people that are different than each other. And all of this won't be possible. And for those that think it can all be done and continue to be held up by only one race, that's never existed. Native Americans did a lot of things before white man came. Then they brought slaves who were used to build this country. Then the Asian community would come in and work to death on railroads. The Hispanic community, who are Native American, have continued to work the land, and including on farms. There has always been contributions made by every single race for what constitutes modern day America. And to say that this can be maintained with only your own race, that's pure ignorance. But if we maintain this for everybody, this beautiful kind of land, this beautiful kind of space, this beautiful kind of opportunity is there for white people and everybody else. But it takes us working together. And yes, Europe did influence a lot of this continent. But our very Constitution was influenced by the Iroquois nation, and our founding fathers give them credit for creating the concept of 3 houses of government. Now, I know there's some in MAGA that talk about Trump becoming like a new king, and he's joked, maybe not so much joked, talked about being a dictator. But you start dictating and preferring only one demographic, all of this is going to fall down. And that's the reality that a lot of people aren't grasping. So Senator Eric Schmit, you may think that America can continue in the quality of life with only your own demographic, but you'd be missing all of this, and very, very quickly.